It's nice to see you again, Westchester. Thank you for subscribing. Today is Thursday, July 30th, 2026, and I'm Benita Ties with the Westchester Chronicle. On Wednesday, July 15th, after one of our team meetings, we noticed graffiti on the back of the office of the Republican Committee of Chester County. The graffiti could be seen by anyone who entered or exited the High Street Bicentennial parking garage near our office. We notified the Westchester Police Department and then posted about it on our social media, where our followers informed us that apparently the graffiti had been there for several weeks. When we followed up with the Westchester Police Department for more details, we were notified by Lieutenant Jeffrey Ditz that, quote, this occurred and was investigated in mid-June. There are no suspects, and Westchester Police Department has no further information to provide at this time, end quote. We had the opportunity to speak with David Brucka, newly elected chair of the Republican Committee of Chester County. He let us know that the graffiti had been reported by their office manager on June 22nd, and that the graffiti had since been removed by their vice chair, John Verink. The graffiti was not the first incident that has occurred with the Republican Committee. Chairman Brucka noted that, quote, we've had some other incidents, not necessarily with paint, but some eggs have been thrown, and one time I found a flag stuck in the back door upside down, which is the sign of distress. It is not the community we're accustomed to, so hopefully people will tone down the rhetoric, end quote. If you have any information on the incident, you can contact the Westchester Police Department at 610-696-2700. This month, we have seen a mix of extreme weather conditions such as extreme heat, high-speed winds, flooding, tornado warnings, and severe thunderstorms. During these conditions, emergency services may be overwhelmed with calls for help, and getting immediate assistance in your area may take longer than expected. In those moments, you must rely on yourself and your neighbors to ensure everyone's safety before emergency services are able to arrive on the scene. If you are looking to learn more about how to navigate these emergency situations, Chester County's Department of Emergency Services is offering an 11-week training program known as Community Emergency Response Team, or CERT, to teach residents how to prepare for and respond to emergencies in times where ambulances, fire trucks, and police are delayed or unavailable. The course covers topics such as the CERT organizational structure, disaster preparedness, field medical operations, disaster psychology, fire safety, search and rescue, hazardous materials, and much more. Participants are then able to use their newfound skills to help and treat people in a disaster simulation exercise at the end of the course. The course starts on Monday, August 17th and ends on Saturday, October 24th. The class is completely free to participants and open to all ages. The course takes place virtually as well as in person at the Chester County Public Safety Training Campus in South Coatesville. If you are unable to take part in the class, you can still get a glimpse of the training by participating as a volunteer patient actor in the final training exercise for the students on Saturday, October 24th. The course is also offered in the spring, so keep a lookout for the next round of classes. To register and find out more information about the program, you can click the links down below. Do you love taking pictures? Well, the Westchester Photo Club wants to meet you. It doesn't matter if it's on film or digital, this new group of neighbors are in love with all of it. Recently, our editor Kyle Hudson met with members of the club to find out more.
So, how did you guys meet?
I was going for a photo walk around Westchester, and photographers when they first meet each other, they kind of are like dog owners, and they start comparing breeds of dogs. And I looked across the way and I saw him with a Leica, the Leica Red Dot, and so I knew at that point I was like, oh, he knows his stuff at least. So I went up to him and just sparked a conversation, and we've been friends ever since.
It was kind of funny because we both weirdly like met eyes and just started kind of attracting to each other. So we talked shortly that day after like exchanging Instagrams. Then it was about 2 weeks later, we were both like, hey, we should hang out and, do a photo walk. So once we finally were able to meet up, it's just since then we've been friends. We've been hanging out, doing all sorts of photo walks. And then mainly Elijah sparked the idea of the photo club.
We started the page, I believe, in March. Um,
Yeah.
so the reason we started the photo club primarily was just there wasn't a ton of places for local photographers to get together and talk that wasn't in a kind of dull professional setting. We wanted to create a club where it was, inclusive, young-minded, really about just getting out and having fun rather than, spending hours critiquing each other's work or, learning a lot of technical details. It was just a place for artists to look at each other's work, get inspiration, and have fun and form a community.
We call it the Westchester Photo Club, but it's completely open to anybody. And that's another big thing. We wanted it to not be a very inclusive thing. We wanted it to be open. So anybody can join if you want to call it joining, but it's mainly just we set it up and call it the Westchester Photo Club to get people out and just come and hang out. And that's all this club is. It's just a hangout page, I guess,
One of the primary purposes of the photo club is just to, one, foster that community, but two, get outreach for smaller artists. I started my page from zero. I didn't spend money on ads. I didn't spend money on promotion. Really, it was all been word of mouth. And so typically the people that are gravitating towards our page came from a similar background. They may not have the professional technical skills or been educated formally, or they may just be posting for fun. And this is like, something new for them. But really our goal is just to grow this club as much as we can, continue our monthly meetups, and get exposure for maybe smaller artists that might not have it right now.
We do bi-monthly features of local artists. And right now we're just reaching out to people, and or some people have hit us up and said, hey, I'd like to be featured on your page. That's basically, it's open to everybody. It's kind of whatever we have time to actually make and then be able to put it on there. But it's a platform so people can finally start seeing some of these amazing artists that just don't necessarily know how to get an outreach.
I think regardless of the equipment that you have and the skill level, just pick up a camera and take pictures. That at the end of the day is going to increase your skill, whether it's an iPhone, an Android, a digital point and shoot, even like some of those Kodak Charmeras that are coming out. Regardless of what kind of equipment you have, just get out, start taking pictures of things that you enjoy. Take your camera with you everywhere. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to end up with something pretty unique and fun that others more than likely will find interesting.
Yeah. And like a big thing is just don't get discouraged. I remember the first few months of getting going on photography, and I would look at some of my pictures and I was like, why did I even press the button? But there was always something there. Keep looking. There's so much more to the world around you than you even realize. Start looking at light, start looking at shadows, start looking in places that maybe you really, I shouldn't say really shouldn't be looking, but places that you wouldn't think to look. And you will find something, and then photography will bloom into something completely different for you. But don't ever get discouraged. Pick up that camera, pick up your phone, whatever it is, and go take some pictures.
You can find the Westchester Photo Club on Instagram at Westchester_Photo Club. Their next meetup is on August 9th. The 77th Goshen Country Fair is in full swing, and you can still take part in the carnival games, cattle shows, tug of war, and of course, the literal fruits of labor from our local farmers. The last day of the fair is on Saturday, August 1st, so be sure to stop by the fairgrounds located at 1320 Park Avenue and grab some of their legendary donuts and enjoy the rides. All proceeds go to supporting the hard-working volunteers of the Goshen Fire Company, and you can find out more by heading over to GoshenCountryFair.org. And that's all for today's episode. As always, we want to thank you for your time, and we hope to see you soon. This month, we are holding our very first subscription drive. If you're not already a subscriber, click the link in the comments below, and we'll deliver a paper right to your door every week. It's only $8 a month, and every new subscriber in July will receive a print of the painting Westchester Summertime by local artist Josh McGarry. Our goal is to gain 100 new subscribers by the end of the month, so if you want to support local news and get some cool local art, feel free to subscribe. Our entire team wants to thank every single one of our subscribers. Our local reporting is made possible by neighbors like you. Until next time, I'm Benita Ties with the Westchester Chronicle.